Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We thank God for another day. We thank God that He allowed us to see and be and hear and think and love and breathe. We thank God for just being with us another time. My mind is flooded again, of course. I've been up for a few hours pretty early this morning, but I've been up. That's not unusual, honestly. But my heart is towards making sure that someone feels loved this morning. My heart is towards making sure that we keep pushing. My heart is towards making sure in those moments when you get weak that you stay strong, right? That you make these decisions. I don't care how hard they are, right? I understand that it is scary. I understand. And yes, I'm going right in because I understand sometimes when the Lord lets you make it to the next day. People don't know what you went through last night. People don't understand what you might go through tonight. People don't understand, especially sometimes the weekend sometimes can be even harder. Why? Because sometimes the person is playing and laying and they want to get out. So in order to do that, sometimes they got to create compulsion at home and get crazy, right? And when they get crazy, the most of the time it's the person that it's whoever they get crazy on, which is generally the partner or the spouse, right? So that they can leave or go participate in whatever it is they want to participate. Let me give you one more little bit of nugget that just came. If a person don't love you, they are not interested in keeping you. If someone loves you, they will never hurt you, not on purpose. We hurt people that we love by accident, meaning we may say or do something that that person doesn't like, right? And they let you know because you're able to have open communication and say, I really, that stung me a little bit. That hurt a little bit. I don't like that, right? And that person that you love is able to receive that because you're able to communicate. And if they aren't able to receive it, at least they're not going to turn around and put hands on you or when I say put hands, that means choke you up, turn the bed over, pour water on you, give you the most evilest look that they can, like they will go through you because they will. Yeah, I get a little passionate because I can verbally, I've been there, but I can also see it, right? I can see it. I can see it. And I just want you to be convinced because I know what they did last night, I know some of what they did. Then generally after they do their thing, they apologetic and they're all sorry, because they don't want nobody in the world to know. So now they got to baby you up, rub you down or whatever. If they take that, they might be beyond that. They might know that you are already too scared to do anything anyway, but you not because you got me. So we doing it scared. We doing it scared. So I looked up the domestic violence number. Yeah. Abuser, just know I'm going to keep on saying stuff, right? The domestic violence number, the national number is 1-800-799-7233. 1-800-799-7233. It says text begin to 88788. Text the word begin 88788. Listen, I know even saying that is scary, right? I know even taking those numbers down. You don't even want to really take that number down. And if you have to Google this, you want to go to the library, you want to go, you can't be doing this really at work either because, even at work, work is work. And, we get paid to be at work. Now if you could tell somebody at work that you got a little situation going on and it would be helpful that I could Google here where he can't track me and I can Google for help. You can maybe talk to a supervisor or HR something, to let them know I'm in a situation I don't know how to get out of. I don't know what to do. This is the only thing I have access to right here. I need He has threatened to kill me. He has threatened to, beat me up again. He's been doing it for years. He's done it one time. He ain't never put his hands on me, but he told me he gonna do it. How about that? Abuser. That's abuse too. And if you're around there just looking at him all hard, that's wrong too, because you won't get that. You don't get to do that. That's not your child. We can give our child a look, not the look of death, but we can give them like, hey, get somewhere and sit down. But you can't do that to the adult. You can't give them get somewhere and sit down. That's not your child. And if you can't control yourself, there's some numbers for you too. Maybe I'll try to Google them and look them up for you because you need help too. Now, let me slow down because I just want to talk for just a little bit to the person that's being abused. It may stop for a month. Possibly. Right? But in the month's time, he does this to you. Sit down. Shut up. He can't laugh with you. He can't hardly look at you. He starts arguments so he can go do what he wants to do. And if you get in the way, you already know what's going to happen. There's so many scenarios to this, and I'm trying to keep things short and not go too long. And also just stay within, I want to keep in mind that I want to be safe in what I say. And I get a little bit emotional and raw. I try to look back at some of the things that I've already said, and I want to make sure, because my mind goes everywhere in this. I need to take a deep breath and calm down. Try to make sure that I'm explaining things, as best possible to help keep you safe and help get you out. I want to push you to keep moving. So that's really what I'm trying to do, is to let you know that you can make it, right? I get a little carried away because my passion, I'm scared for you. I have a passion for what I'm talking about. I understand that you're scared. I understand that your spirit is broken. I understand what he's told you or she's told you has made you feel like absolutely nothing. I know what you see when you look in the mirror, if you look in the mirror, right? And you want to know that that's going to keep getting worse until you don't see yourself no more. You will disappear. You will absolutely go away. And the only thing you will see is what he has told you you are, or what it looks like you've become because of what you're accepting. And that's going to take years of therapy. It could take a moment, because God can wipe it all away. But it might ride with you for a little while, because guess what? You might have to go help somebody, right? It might stick with you a little bit so that you remember. So you can say, I know what it's like. So you can say, I know you don't see you no more. The person that you were or thought you would be or hoped to become ain't there no more. It's a broken individual who has allowed themselves to be picked apart little by little, because these abusers ain't always just coming in and jumping right on you. You got those, but you got those that kind of come in, does a leech just kind of suck your blood slowly? I don't know, but they the kind that you got the kind sometimes that just say a few words a day, a few words a week, or give you the "I'll backhand you" look every now and then, just so you'll remember. Don't get out of line. Did you forget? And then I did. For a moment, I thought you really loved me, because you said that you love me. You said to forgive you. You asked me to forgive you, and I did. And I thought, yeah. It won't stop because he or she has a problem that you can't fix. You are made of flesh, blood, bones, and there's things in here and organs and things that need to be taken care of, right? God put you over that. He put Regina over Regina, right? He's over me. But he gave me this, and if I choose to abuse it or let somebody else abuse it, that is a choice that I made. I made the choice to give back, to just let them have it. You're making a choice to give your good that God gave you to somebody who don't think it's worth anything. It's trash. You're trash to them. Anytime somebody's willing to hurt you like that, you mean nothing. You're exposable. You're expendable. Is expendable a word? I need to Google that. Expendable. I ain't worried about it. We'll Google it later. You are disposable to them. Think about how much you love them, they are not a giveaway for you. You keep hiding them because you think that's love, but that's really not love. It's fear. That's not love. If you love them, get them some help and let them know to get some help. When they get there, you can't tell them when they're in a fury. But when the dude finally calmed down, you could let them know, is it okay if I say, because this is how you got to come to them if you choose to stay. If I'm going to stay with you, you don't have, and some people you can't tell this to because they'll take your head off. But some of them, you'll know who you got. You could say, I want to be with you, but in order for me to be with you, I can't put me at risk. I can't put my son and my daughter and my children. I can't put these people. I can't put my mother and my father and let everybody watch me go through this because people are looking at you go through it. The sad part is nobody sometimes don't do nothing because either they don't know what to do. You aren't divulging everything. They know what they think they see, but they don't know it all. And you keep hiding the joker or jokette. So they're not really sure. So you can let them know, let's go get some help. Now, if they are of the persuasion of that they don't need none, they're going to let you know right then. I don't need no help. You do. You caused this. You brought this on. This right here that just happened, this your fault. If you wasn't so stupid, if you had done what I said do, if you would have stayed over there, if you would have stayed in your place, you know where your place is? Do you need to be reminded? Sound familiar? You're not supposed to hear that. Not from nobody. You've grown now. I know we're already here, so I'm not going to say things like, some of the things that come to mind. I'm going to say, even though we're grown, we reach back into a place of survival, which sometimes we might take back to like a childlike manner inside to just, because this person is over you somewhat, is kind of lording over you, and they are kind of in this place of power, and they have taken complete control of you. And now you have succumbed to that, and you kind of taken back in maybe a childlike state. And maybe there's a different name for that. I can only tell you what comes to my mind, which might not be, my words might not be able to span across, these giant places. But I know what you're going through, and I know how you feel. So I can talk from that place. And those that want bigger words, maybe find somebody that can say them. I can just say this, what I'm saying. And it's going to be some ain'ts and can'ts and stuff that don't match. That don't really matter because we got people in trouble. We got people that's too scared to move. And we got men and women that's taking over people and lording over people as if they are Jesus. They have taken also the role of a master somewhat. Yeah, you done become that. If I could speak to you for a moment, your name is not Jesus. You are not that person's mother or father. I don't care what they have done. If you plan to stay with them, it is not your job to correct them with your hands or your mouth. What you can do with your mouth is you can sit down and communicate with them that this is not pleasing to me and I don't know what to do about it. I might have to exit because I don't know how to control myself. That's being grown. Now, either you go get some help or you leave this person alone, right? And I'm just here to tell you that he or she might be telling you that you ain't no abuser. I keep saying it because I need you to hear it. You are. You're an abuser with the capital A. Some of y'all slick. Some of y'all not. And I keep saying, I see the woman, I see the man I don't see a lot of men like that. So I'm sorry, men, I know you exist, but I said in the other video, that road is untraveled by me. I have seen men abused, but I haven't seen it a lot. But it definitely exists. Definitely exists. But I can only talk from the place that I've been. And if I tend to do that, I can't be apologetic for it because I just cannot be apologetic for where I've been and what I'm talking about, trying to help somebody to get out of it so they won't go down it. So I'm going to just talk to and it come out how it come out. I hope you can be receptive of it. And if I don't say the right word, or say man or woman in the right place, sorry. That's about as far as I can go with that. But listen, them ones that's squeezing on you and he taking you and holding you hard, or he take your hands or your arms or your hands, your hands, your arms, or whatever, your body, and he squeeze you hard enough for you to know the deal, you're an abuser too. You are an abuser. I don't even know where this camera is on this phone. I need to find out what the camera lens is so I can make sure I'm looking at that. I be looking at that ain't important. Where is the camera? The camera might be over here, but it looks weird to look at that. But I'll find out. Don't matter. Y'all, my brain gets scattered. I gotta take a couple of deep breaths. I get real excited. And I got to sit back and (1-800-799-7233). That's the number for the world. That's the national one, right? But I know you're probably too scared to call something like that. They got local numbers too. And I can't help you with that except in an email if you ask me what's my local number. But you can't email and be texting nobody none of this stuff from your personal phone or your personal computer. You are asking for an assault of some type if he is that type of man to be going through your phone. And now, trust me, now that they might run across my page before you do, they're going to be looking now anyway because I'm saying it. But honey, where there's a will, there is a way. And if you abuser and you somebody that's willing to just start, I'm going to dig to see if she or he is looking, to tell on me, you are going to jail soon and or hell. You going somewhere. You got it real bad and you think you're going to keep on doing that. Not without me saying something. Not without me whispering in her ear. If I can. Get you some help, girl. And you got to get it fast. Or man, see, I can't be doing all that. Take it, fit it, make it fit. You might want to start there. If you don't have the guts right now, or you too scared, or you've been brainwashed into feeling like the world's worst, or you are the dumbest, because I felt like the dumbest and the stupidest. So, you've taken on that it is your fault. If you've already done that, because you will take that on, and it is believable. People on the outside don't understand that, but you will believe it. You believe you're the dumbest, you're the stupidest, you're the cause of the problem. If you're there, that's fine. This is what you're gonna do for that. You're going to first get you some therapy. How am I getting the therapy? They do virtual therapy. You can do therapy online, and you can do it away from home. If you have a problem with that too, I don't exactly know what to do there. I'm not there yet, but we can look it up. And I know some churches offer it, right? You might have to tell your church. You might have to trust somebody at the church, and you got to be particular about who you trust, but you might have to trust and say, look, I had a situation going on, but I first got to get strong. I don't know how to do what I'm doing. I don't even know if I can do what I want to do, but can you get me somebody to talk to? Get me somebody to talk to, right? Because I'm too weak to get this done, but I'm in motion. I got me a little bit of a moment. I bumped my head enough to say, I don't want this no more. That black lady on that show, that YouTube is making it. She living. She might be missing some hair. She might be battered and torn and traumatized on the inside. But her hind parts is living. And my kids are grown. They probably got a story to tell, I'm pretty sure. As much as I protect it and try to keep your kids from stuff, trust me, baby girl. I'm pretty sure they got a story to tell. But you can get your story right now. You can rewrite that book, honey. Let him worry about his book later. That's his book, not yours or hers. Let them worry about that. Don't care if he's hurt. Don't care what pain he's going through. Do he care? Let me tell you, talk about self-care. Right now, you about to be selfish. And take care of yourself. And take care of them kids if you got it. If you ain't got nothing, take care of yourself. And find the help that you need. And I said, don't let them know what you're doing. You heard it. Don't let the left hand, right hand, whatever. You can't let one know what the other. Be extremely cautious, and be cautious who you talking to. Oh, I'm about to leave him. I'm about to leave her. Don't do that. Don't do none of that. But back over here, you be thinking your tail about to be by yourself because you don't know how to treat me. And I wasn't built to be pushed and prodded on. My body has organs in it. You ain't supposed to be grabbing me and squeezing me. I need to be protected. If you're going to be a covering over me, you be a covering. And if you can't be a covering, then get from under his umbrella. I'm just repeating myself, which makes for long videos. And I want you to be able to look wherever you have to see this at so you can get the help. I want you, if you got the stick and move, this right here might be too long. I said that number in the beginning so that you can have that. I also, in my little thing up there, is your story matters 77 at gmail.com. Only thing I can do though, because I'm not where I could come to you. I'm not where I could, really, I can look up resources for you in your area. That's all I can do. When I say resources, meaning I can just basically get you the domestic violence number in your area or something like that. And then when I learn more of how to do more, I'll try to do something. But right now, I can't physically do anything. And to be honest with you, I ain't saying I would physically go do nothing anyway. I ain't no fighter. I just said I got organs and stuff and flesh that I done already done all I can do in that area or didn't do. And one day you gonna laugh too, is because you know what I'm talking about. when God gets you out, Egypt is out for me. I ain't going. Egypt is out. Don't go back to Egypt. Don't let him convince you that he loved you and come back home and all that mess. It's slavery back there. It's beatings back there. It's trauma over there. It is not growth. It is death to you. What do you mean death? Death. If it ain't physical, it'll be mental. It'll be emotional. It will kill you in every way that God meant for you to survive. Every dream that you have, you won't have no dreams no more. You won't even know what you want to do no more. You'll be functioning off of somebody else's functions and somebody else's power. You're gone. You're no longer there. This is according to how deep it gets for you. So if you in the beginning of it and you saying, I ain't there, it's coming. It's coming. Keep staying there until somebody's tool that you basically beating it in you. And if they ain't beating it in you, they've already beat you enough or beat you a few times to let you know they will beat you. I'm not one you got to keep putting your hands on. I wasn't. That's the look was enough for me. Oh, okay. Turning the bed over. Oh, okay. You don't want that right there. No more. I know. You're willing to do that. We ain't going to talk about where I'm at right now in my mind with that, right? I think one eye went that way and one went that way. Because that's exactly. I don't take that no more. But what it does do is if you don't take the physical no more, you will still be vulnerable to other people's trauma in other ways. I found that out a little later on. You become like a magnet for it. And I've said it and I'm going to keep saying it. If I say it in every video, I don't care. You will attract, more people will see you weak. You will have accepted so much abuse until your levels are low. And other people will do it. And other people will traumatize you. And other people will abuse you. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you this, and we ain't going to get too deep in it. The people that's pushing their agenda with different types of races and all that kind of stuff, it's abuse. You're abusing people. You don't know that? Let me tell you, it's abuse. You're abusing people mentally. You are creating a form of rejection, and so on and so forth. It's abuse. And you're participating, and you need to call the line too. Not that number, but it's one for you too, because you're out of control and you don't know how to not love people. So maybe you just need to call Jesus. That might sound funny to you, but I'm serious. Right? And I'm going to get off of that because that's another vlog in and of itself. However, what I'm saying to this person that's being traumatized right now is you will attract other abusers in your life because you have dropped your boundary line. Your boundary line is being moved constantly. And you probably don't even have one. And people will see you a long ways off. And you'll be wondering, well, why they don't treat her like that? Or him like that? Why they feel like? Because you're a boundary mover. Because you accept abuse. You're easily traumatized by the people. Why? Because you've already been battered and abused. And they see you coming. To the abuser, the ones that's been abused and traumatized, we see y'all. We see you. I don't care how neat you are. I don't care how much you work out. I don't care how much you got your hair cut and you got your brows done. I don't care what kind of suit you got on and what kind of shades you buy and how much cologne you put on. You might have on the best of everything, but you don't know how to keep your hands to yourself. You nasty. You're nasty. She too scared to tell you. He too scared to tell you. But I told you, you're nasty. Your mama's not proud of you, and I'm not either. You don't care if I'm proud of you. But your mama and your daddy is not proud of you and who you become and what you're doing to another human being. And if they taught it to you, let's pray for them too. But if you want them to be proud of you and if you want to change who you are, because we're not going to leave you there, because God loves everybody, get some help. That's the first thing you do. Go get the help that you need to stop abusing another warm-bodied human being. They ain't cold and in the ground. That's a warm person walking around with blood running warm in their veins who would love to live and survive, and a lot of time would love to just love you. But you too mean. You're too possibly abused yourself. You're too possibly traumatized yourself to keep your hands to yourself or to not be so angry and to push out all that trauma on somebody with your nasty words or actions. My brain pings everywhere on this. Avenues to go down. Avenues, things to talk about. But I can't talk about it all in one time. And then I find myself jumping from conversation to conversation because my passion is pretty high here. And my wanting to speak about it is bigger than what I thought. And I see a need because I see the women and men out here. And I see more women than I do men, and I see them with children. And I know that the children are being veered in fear, or they're being lied to because mama's hiding it, and she thinks that that's best because she's waiting for a change. I understand all of that. Get you a deep breath and get you some help. Go somewhere and make that phone call. We don't even see payphones no more like you used to. I don't even think they exist no more. But we do have a library. Most places have a public library. Or sometimes people don't pass their phones off like they used to either because people start doing stuff with that. But you might have a trusted friend that you can ask, could you use the phone? And you ask them, it's a bit private if you're too scared to tell them. And you go to the bathroom or you go take a little small walk and you call that number and you say, maybe I'm not ready to make no moves right now, but I'm afraid. I'm in this area. Maybe if you call that 1-800 number and you say, and I'm going to say it again, I'm in this area. Could you give me the local help, and could you give me the local help for emergency evacuation? Because maybe you're ready to bounce right now. I'm not telling you if you ain't ready to do no bouncing, because you can't be running back and forth because he still got your phone number and you still letting him call. When these people get you some help, block the number so that you don't have to hear that demonic voice that they got that you done heard for so long and has trained you to believe that they love you. Train you to believe, come on back. Train you to believe, I miss you. Train you to believe all that mess. You know what they say? You go back over there, you might not live. It's a lot of people gone on to Sweet Beulah behind listening to that sweet conversation they got, that demonic tongue that they got. I'm not saying I'm Jesus. I'm saying I love the Lord, and I'm saying that the Lord I feel giving me direction. That's just to talk to you just a little bit and tell you that you're strong and that you can do it and that he does love you. And I know that you probably feel like the Lord don't even love you. He do. He love you. When I say I don't want to be here talking about this, I would have rather to have never, ever, 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 ever told my business or to have gone through anything. But somebody was going to be going through. And somebody had to come along and tell you that he does love you. Somebody had to give you the 1-800-799-7233. Somebody had to do it. And you're going to be doing it to help another woman or another man at one point or some point in your life. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to try to remember to say this. Teenagers, if you ever run across this and you already have started, the abuse has already started in high school, middle school, wherever you are. Maybe you're in college. And that breaks my heart because I know a few of those people too that gave their life to a man. Again, I can only speak what I saw. And he abused it because he was an abuser. You start lying to you early. You start believing that stuff early. You start hiding it early. You start not telling your parents that they're putting their hands on you. Maybe they're threatening to kill you or your family. So they start telling you this stuff early on. And you believe it, right? And you start being trained. It's almost, you're almost like getting right straight into their training, right? And then you can get stuck there. Your life can end there. But in a way, your life kind of does too anyway. Even if you stay there, you have ended who you are. If you stick with that person, you ain't going to exist no more. You will be whittled away a little bit at the time. You'll lose yourself and who you are. You won't know who you are. And some people lose their mind behind that because they know this ain't them. I know this for sure. People can lose their mind, have nervous breakdowns because they are receiving such abuse. They are being traumatized in such a way that they've never been taught, that they're going through things that they never thought they would. And they're letting down those standards in themselves that they said they would never let down. And they let go mentally. Or you think he coming to get you. You think he gonna carry you back too? This is who you used to be. I'm gonna get on off of here. We'll talk about this, again, and it might sound the same. It might not. I don't know. I'm just gonna come and try to be in a place where God has me to be and be as open as I can be and to offer at least help through an email with the phone number in that way for now. And if somebody teaches me something else or a way or something else comes up that I can be a part of to direct you in some other way, I'll do that too. But right now, you do what you can and I'm gonna do what I can, which is just help you with communication and get you strong through listening to another person that's made it. There's lots, some thousands, some millions, I'm sure, up here that can tell you the same story. Hey, you can do it. I'm just telling you from my little corner over here, a country girl that, at one point didn't feel like I could. I didn't feel like, I didn't feel like anything. I felt like nothing. As I stated before, I couldn't look in the mirror. I took a shower in the dark. I brushed my teeth in the dark. No lights. No lights. Because I didn't want to see me. Right? before you let anything get that bad and you start being a receptive and a receiver of abuse of any kind, because mind you, it's going to go from person to person if you don't get the help yourself. Because after this, you're already broken and weak now, you know, but you can get strong, but you got to get it all, work it all together. There's help, and go get it, because you're going to need it. Don't just think I'm going to do this myself. Nope. Go get somebody. Tell them what you accepted. I accepted abuse. I accepted someone, rejecting me all day, and it broke me. And this is from one thing to the next. We can go down that span too, because racism does that too. And you might need to go get some help, because that rejection will break you as well. But sticking right along to this domestic violence situation, when you get out, there is free help offered. Take it. Your life depends on it. Your mental state depends on it, and the mental state of the little ones that God placed in your hands, right? But first, you got to take care of mama and daddy. You first got to take care of mama. You got to get mama's mind healthy. You got to get mama's body healthy, right? And there's people out there to help. He gonna tell you, ain't nobody gonna help you. You too this, you too. Don't nobody want to help you. You too far gone. Forget him. Forget him. We don't care where he end up. And or she, if that's what she doing out there. We do not care where they end up. That's up to them. You ain't got nothing to do with that. Once you shake the dust off your feet and ride that horse on up out of there, whatever happened to them, that's what happened. I can tell you what they asking for. They're going to run into the wrong one. A lot of times they don't run into the person that will put hands on them like that. You want to know why? Because they already see them coming too. They already see strength. They don't want that. They try to get back in where they can become another person's abuser. But what you're not is somebody that's going to take them out. But you don't know if that person right there, they might be weak, but they might choose the wrong way to do something. You're not choosing that way. We are not going to choose violence for violence. No, because you do not deserve to go spend your days in jail. We want to be free. You already in jail. You want to be free. You want to be free to love again. You want the free to be loved again. That's what they don't want. They don't want you to ever feel like you can be loved again. They don't never want you to feel like you're worthy of being loved. You are. And it's coming. Because it's going to start with us. We're going to learn to love us. How are we going to do that? Some therapy. We're going to get some therapy. We're going to pray. We're going to ask the Lord to help bring up our self-esteem. Take all that trauma up off of us. And all of that. Good Lord, y'all. It's about to be 45 minutes. Who did... Did I say I was going to find a number to some type of something? Oh, my gosh. Y'all, I'm just going to let this go. We'll go through this another day. But speak to somebody today. Do something today. Look wide-eyed today, because I'm about to do something. Get you a bounce like this lady right here. This is just fun to me right here. This is my fun bounce. I need you to get you one of them. I'm about to do something. I don't know what I'm about to do. But I'm going to do something to get me up out of this. And you ain't got to say it out loud, but you can be thinking in yourself, and you, Mister, you're going to jail or hell. I don't care where you go, but you're not going to be ruling over this no more. I don't belong to you. You have given me back. I was over there with you, but you gave me back. You said, I don't want you. How did you say that? When you threatened me. When you put your hands on me. When you looked like you could go through me. When you squares me. When you held my hands and hurt me. Don't let it get past that. Because it does. We can talk about that, but we ain't got to. Because let's just stay right there. He's squeezing your hands. He's squeezing your arms. He grabbing you hard. And he's putting pressure on you because he's letting you know, I ain't going to make no marks where the popo can come get me. Or you can go show your friends taking pictures of what I done today. They think they smarter than that. Now, I ain't going to tell you. There's some other things you can do, but we can't do that yet. You don't want to know why? Because these jokers are smart, and I don't want you to get hurt in that house. I don't want nothing to happen to you. So we're going to just go down the lines of this right here. We're going to just stay right here and calling the numbers and getting you strong enough to where you can get up out of there. That's what we're going to do. We're going to stay there. Be safe. Don't use your own phone. Go to a library. Talk to maybe somebody important at the job that maybe won't or won't tell, what the situation is, but letting them know. Or get a friend to drive you by the social services office where you can get some phone numbers and stuff and find out what are the emergency contacts to when I need to bounce quick, fast, and in a hurry. Get you a plan of escape. It's that serious. A plan of escape from these demons. Excuse me. Y'all, if I keep talking about it, we're going to be in an hour. Because I could go from one place to the next, but I want to also maintain some sense of safety because I don't want to go, I don't want to get too ghetto about it. I do not want to get too ghetto about it and just, because I ain't never hurt nobody or nothing like that. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, the mind be thinking, because I get passionate for you, when I get to thinking about somebody doing something to, I see arms, I see fisticuffs, I see people protecting themselves. I see this all the time, right? I see this. And it makes me angry when I see that. So when I see it, I be thinking I was too scared to fight back too. So I understand that, but I ain't scared now. So I be thinking, oh, you around there posturing? Yeah, that's a crazy laugh. You can call it what you want. That's a crazy laugh. Sure is. You not going to be doing that no more, bruh. Huh. Sis, that laugh was for you. Need you to get you one of them right there, right? You ain't going to be taking this no more. And you're going to get a little bit of that snarl in the side of your lip. You're going to be thinking, you doing that to what? You did what? Now, he crazy now. Some of them really, really crazy. So you better get your snarl when you out there. But your snarl going to come because you ain't going back. You're not going back in that mess. And you're not going to take it. You're going to get your boundaries set by getting some therapy. And your snarl going to get bigger because you're going to be like, what? So I shouldn't, so I ain't this, so I ain't that, so I can make it, so I can live. I'm not stupid. And when you're talking to your baby girl and your son, you're going to be like, y'all going to make it. We going to make it. We going to be all right. Just snarl in your lip. Because you're not abusing me no more and make me be raising some abused kids. Oh, ratchet man that you are. Now, y'all might say other words. I don't cuss. I need Jesus every now and then. Now, I don't be cussing or nothing like that. But stuff be running through my head that ain't, that's why another reason you got to go. Because, y'all, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I did all of that to keep from saying more stuff that I shouldn't. right now. I try to write on my tongue. See, that I love the Lord too. And most importantly, is to please him. If I get over there and self wants to just get wild and say some stuff, I got to calm back down because I got a God to glorify and I love him. And he's who brought me here. And he's who's going to bring you to where you need to go and take you to where you need to go. Don't forget God. Don't forget to pray. You cannot make it off of my words alone. You can make it with the Lord, though. And you can ask him to let people find favor in you and let the doors open for you that are closed. Open them doors for them, oh God. Every closed door right now, show them where to go in Jesus' name. Ask him to open them doors. And he will. And I told a little story back there how he had opened the door and I went back and shut it real hard because I was afraid of being alone. Listening to that demon talk to me about, loving me and stuff. Anyway, we'll talk again. Your Story Matters 77@gmail.com. And that is just so that I can basically, if you need to just chit chat about something, I'm not sure how personal I'll be about that because it still is, I still deal with this stuff too. It'll be forever in your mind, to be honest with you. And some stuff you divulge and some things you won't, right? But I'm willing to talk. And then when I can't, I won't. When I can't, I will say that too. I will say, I just don't know. I'm not there yet. I can't talk about that, but I can talk about this, so we can chit chat and maybe you just need to talk. Maybe you just need somebody to know that, I just want to say that whatever it is you want to say. And maybe because I don't want to do anything right now, but I want to say something to somebody who's been through it and because I know you'll understand. So if that's what you want to do, you can email, and if you just want a local number in your area, I'll try to, Google that because maybe you can't or whatever. Be safe. Be smart. Do not do anything in your home that will get you hurt further. Be smarter than that. We smarter than that. To the abuser, we coming for you. Stop it now. Get you some help. We see you too. And I'm going to say it every time. You nasty and you're an abuser. That's your title. You could get a shirt and wear that, because that's who you are. And we ain't sugarcoating it. You're nasty and you're an abuser. And you're an abuser with a capital B, A. You're an abuser with a capital A. Now, again, that can change. You can change that. You can put X in front of that if you want. EX. I'm an ex-abuser. How proud are you of that? Are you proud that you're an abuser? Or you just never thought that you were? Or you just never thought, oh my God, I'm an abuser? You are. And I don't like that part of you. Nobody does. I love you with the love of God, but that part of you is distasteful, and it ruins people's lives, and it takes lives. And you don't know what minor or large thing you will do to somebody to disfigure them or take their life. And lady and man who's going through it, just know it could be one small motion today or tomorrow that he or she can do to you to take you up out of here. It could be oh my God, I didn't mean that. You didn't mean that. You put your hands on them, you shoved them, you pushed them into something. See how Your Story Matters. I love you. 1-800-799-7233 is the national number. There is local numbers. And I give those numbers, and I know how hard it is to dial those numbers, but I'm going to keep giving them because they exist and because I'm not I'm not Jesus, so I'm not omnipresent. I can't be everywhere. These words are to encourage you so that you'll know that somebody made it and you can too, and it is wrong, and you are not stupid, and you are not dumb, and you are not ugly, and you are not this, and you are not that, whatever that abuser has told you. I am an encourager. I'm encouraging you that you're going to be all right. You're not going to be all right in there. And I'm going to keep going. God bless. I'm praying for you. Pray for me. Pray for my continued deliverance. I pray for your continued deliverance. I pray for them boundaries that you move and that you don't move another one. Don't pick up nothing to hurt nobody. Don't pick up nothing to hurt yourself. But you are not a punching bag, and you won't be hurt another day if you start today with making some phone calls and doing something for yourself and for your children. Okay?